have good news for you. Crate training your puppy does not have to be stressful. Here's the secret to crate training. It's teaching our puppies how to be alone. If you think of it, your puppy came from a litter of puppies. They played together, they napped together, they slept together overnight. They were always in those puppy piles, if you've ever heard of a puppy pile. So they're piled on top of each other. That's how they sleep. That's how they feel safe. And when they come to us, guess what? Their litter mates aren't here, and that's a stressful time for them. So what we're going to help them learn is that being alone is actually okay. You're actually fine when you're alone. And that's step number one to helping them love their crate. Teaching your puppy how to be alone is a gift you can give them. I don't know anybody in today's society that can have their dog with them 100% of the time. They're going to have to, at some point, know that they're okay when left alone. So crate training really helps with that. Recognizing that our puppies are stressed when they come home to us, we do this in a very loving, caring, careful way. We don't want to overwhelm our puppy. We want to simply help them transition from always being with someone to spending time alone. There are a lot of different types of crates on the market, and there's different sizes. So Baxter and Bella here. Hi guys, did you want to help out with the video today? They started out in this little plastic crate. I like starting them out in a little portable crate because I can move it around my house. I can put this right next to me. Because my puppy doesn't know how to be alone yet, when I'm sitting on the sofa watching a show, this is right up on the sofa with me next to my lap. If I'm in the office working, this is at my feet. If I'm in the kitchen cooking a meal or helping my kids with homework, again, this is right there by me so that my puppy doesn't feel so alone. They're going to get used to the fact that there's a barrier between us, but they're not alone, okay? Now, after they graduated from this size of crate, they went to a medium-sized crate. Once they kept their medium-sized crate clean, we moved them to their full-size crate. As you can see, this crate is definitely big enough for both Baxter and Bella, but I like to give them a really big full-size crate for the long term, because that way they can really stretch out, relax, they can sit up and not have to duck their heads or crouch at all. So you want this full-size crate to be super comfortable. Now, again, the same rule is going to be for all of these. The small crate, we're going to measure our puppy from head to toe, okay, and then from nose to tail, and add 2 inches to their height and their length. And that's about the size you want to start with. We want them just to be able to stand up, turn around, lay back down again. We don't want there to be enough space that they can lay in one corner and pee in the other. That's why we start small, because they're house training and they're learning to hold their bladders. And then we get to these bigger crates. And once they're learning, you know what, I don't mess in my crate, I keep it clean, you can go ahead and put them in their full-size crate. So these guys graduated to their full-size crate around 5-6 months of age, and that's great. But every puppy is going to be a little different. You want to go at your puppy's pace as you start to graduate different sizes of crates. There's 2 main styles to choose from when it comes to crates, wire or plastic. Now, the wire ones are nice in that they grow with your puppy. They come with a divider and they fold flat for storage. So as your puppy grows, you just move that divider, and then they're eventually in their full-size crate without a divider, and you bought 1 crate. The plastic ones you do have to upsize, so you'll have to buy that next size. But oftentimes you can find these in your neighbor's garage, or you can go to a Goodwill store. People are often using them for a little while and then getting rid of them. So it's pretty easy to find that next size until you get your puppy to their full size. Let's talk bedding. Some puppies are going to want a nice soft bed in their crate. Others are going to scratch and dig and push that out of the way simply because it's warm and they want the coldness of the floor. So if you notice your puppy digging at their bed or pushing it out of the way, go ahead and take that out of their crate. They probably just want to sleep on that hard plastic floor. It's a little colder. And this might vary from season to season. Make sure that your puppy's comfortable in their crate as far as temperature-wise, size-wise. And yes, we as humans want them to lay in a nice soft bed. That makes us feel good, but they might not want that. So make sure you do what your puppy is wanting specifically. If your puppy prefers bedding, just make sure when you're getting them out of their crate that you're checking that bedding to make sure that they're not playing with it, destroying it, or peeing on it. Puppies tend to want to pee on soft surfaces. So make sure that that's nice and dry. If they happen to soil it, or they're messing with it or playing with it, biting it and chewing it, you can take it out. They don't need that. Next, let's talk about introducing your puppy to the crate. So we want this to be a really fun, positive place. When your puppy comes over and checks out that crate, I would just drop a little food reward for them. Let them go collect it. I'm not closing any doors. They literally get to just investigate and check it out. They get to go get a food reward for that, and then they get to come right back out as they please. So I'm not making this a scary experience. I'm keeping it really positive. Another great way to help your puppy acclimate to their crate is to keep it inside of their Zen den. So when your puppy first comes home, we're going to put them in an exercise pen where they have their food and water bowls, their toys, their chews, and their crate. And you're going to keep that door open. You can have a nice soft bed or a blanket that smells like home inside of there, because we do want them to feel comfortable and safe there. And if they have something that came from home, maybe a blanket or a toy or a little bed that you can put in there to help them smell their home, that will help them settle in as well. But that way they can go in and out of that crate throughout the day within their pen, so they're confined, they're not running all over your house, but they have access to that crate and they can go in and out and start to fall asleep in there. Once your puppy is comfortable being near the crate, we want to start to close the door. When I first start to close the door, I might drop a little food reward in there every 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, and then drop another one maybe 5 seconds in. You want to surprise them, but you're just intermittently rewarding them for being in there with the door closed. And then we'll open up the door, release them, and play their favorite game. That's a great way to get them to like their crate. So we're going to start by closing that door for little increments of time, and then they get to come out and we play a game. And then they're going to be in there a little longer, they get to come out, we play a game. Or we do a mini training session, or we go outside, something that they love. And crate time is going to be something that is part of our daily routine, and they'll settle into it. The best time to put your puppy in their crate and close the door is when they're tired. So what we're going to do is make sure that they've had a little mini training session, we've exercised their brain, then we're going to exercise their bodies by taking them outside to play, or play in a hallway if it's too cold where you live, as it currently is here in Utah. And then once they're done playing, we're going to make sure they get a drink, we're going to make sure that we take them potty, and now it's nap time. It's a perfect time to then put your puppy in the crate, close the door, and in those first few days, yes, you're going to sit by them until they fall asleep. Once your puppy's falling asleep in the crate, you know that they're feeling safe in there and it's starting to become their little home. Remember, patience is key. A little reassurance from you can go a long way in helping your puppy feel comfortable in their crate. Now that my puppy knows what their crate is and they're comfortable being in the crate, they're showing me signs that they can fall asleep in there. They're starting to sleep through the night as well. I'm going to increase the time that I spend away from my puppy. So we want to do this gradually over time. We're going to do it over that first week. By the end of those 7 days, I want my puppy to be to the point that they can stay in their crate alone while I go to the grocery store or the gym for an hour or two. Your puppy's crate is going to move over time as we are training them. Sometimes your puppy's crate is going to be right next to you. Other times your puppy's going to need a nap, and you might want to put that crate in a more quiet space or area where there's not a lot of chaos happening. So we're going to help them build up to those times when they can feel a little more alone. But in the beginning, keep them right next to you, and then we'll transition to getting them to sleep more by themselves. Be sure to keep comings and goings neutral. I don't want to get really excited as I rush back into the room, and I don't want to make a big deal of leaving. I want my puppy just to learn that Amy disappears, she comes back. Amy disappears, she comes back. But hey, she always comes back. Creating a schedule and a routine can help your puppy relax in the crate. They'll know about how long you're going to be gone and when you're coming back. And that level of trust is going to help them, again, feel safe. Expect tantrums. Your puppy is going to probably fuss and whine when put in the crate on occasion because they simply want to be with you. But again, our puppies cannot always go where we go, and they have to learn to be alone. So if your puppy does throw a little tantrum, make sure that we don't pay attention to it, that we wait for them to calm down before we open the door and let them out. Make running in the crate a fun experience for your dog. So when they run inside, drop them a little food reward. And then you can also work on the exit. You can use your leg to kind of body block them. You can use the door as needed. We want to make sure that they're not bolting out. So once they go in, they get their food reward, you can pause, count to 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds, and then say, okay, and they get to come out. And then play that game again. You ready? All right, Bella. Just toss that little food reward in there to get them to go in initially. You can reward them again for staying inside of there. You can use the door, you can use your leg. When you're ready, you release them and they can chase another food reward. She's not quite ready yet. Are you ready? Okay, and then she comes out. Good job, let's play again. Are you ready? Okay, Bella, you can even put it on cue. Kennel. Yes, good girl. Another fun crate game you can play with your dog is teaching them that when they go in their crate, that starts their favorite game. So whether they want to chase a toy, or Bella's a little more interested right now in this food reward that I have, I can tell because she's following it versus following this so much. See how she's not that interested in this. So we're going to try it with the treat today. So Bella, kennel. Yes, good girl. Now I'm going to pause because I want to build up some patience here. This is really good work on her having to wait. Okay, and then you toss the toy, or the treat, sorry, she gets to go chase it, or the toy, whatever your puppy's most interested in at the time. So again, running in the crate signals or starts her favorite game. You ready? Let's play again. Kennel. Yes, good girl. We're just building up patience again. Okay. And now she loves running in the crate because that starts her favorite game. So anything you can do to build up a positive association with the crate is beneficial. Feeding your dog their meals in the crate is going to help them love being inside. So you can put their kibble in a bowl and you can place that bowl inside for meal times. That's where they're going to go to get their meals. My dogs love stuffed toys, so this is a West Paw Topple. You can stuff this full of their kibble mixed with pumpkin puree. You can put it in the freezer so that it lasts a little longer. You're going to put all of these favorite chews in your puppy's crate so that when you close the door, they have options, they have things to do. This is not just go in there and be bored and wait for me to come back. This is, hey, this is a cool place. You want to be in here. This is where you get your food. This is where you get your favorite chew. This is where your favorite toys are. And they learn to like those things. So in fact, when I'm out and about in the rest of my home and my puppy starts to be able to have more freedom with me in my home, they'll often go back to their crate and pull their favorite toy out and then head to the living room to chew on it. So at least they know this is what I chew on. It also helps with that house training aspect. In addition to giving your puppy their meals, their chews, and their toys in their crate, and then playing crate games to help them like it, you can give them what's called the Snuggle Puppy. This is going to help them not feel so alone. So inside of this puppy's belly, there's a heartbeat and a heating pack that you can put in there so that it feels a little bit like a litter mate and can really comfort your puppy, especially on those first few nights home when they're a little stressed. And that's it. Crate training does not have to be stressful. We're going to take it step by step and keep it positive. Remember, every puppy is different and unique, so go at your puppy's pace and celebrate their successes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your puppy parent friends who could use a little help with crate training. If you want more videos, you can check them out right over here.